Everyone, this is Sheetal here once again with a new topic which is about the USA Israel attack over Iran. Yeah, everyone. Before we continue the session, I would like to tell you that about the one line which I always got, that at the international level there is no permanent enemy or friend. So if I say that USA Israel attacked over Iran, then definitely it would not be a new thing to know about everyone. Yeah, everyone. So the topic would really help to you guys to go through this particular scenario with respect of USA Israel attack over Iran. So without further delay, let's continue. So first of all, one by one I'll show you guys slide, and then I'll be continuing this session and would be very enthusiastic to know the new things with respect of these situations and the scenario. I'm not considering as a good thing with respect of our world, with respect of US Israel attacks over the Iran. I'm also are not in the favor of this particular situation. As an individual who always consider peace is the prior weapon to live in any situation in any country with a peace. So let's continue. So everyone, these are the slides which are going to be considered by me. In this session, I'll talk about each and every scenario with respect of the war. What could be the worldwide certainties could be seen with respect of these war-like situations, and what would be the effect over each and every individual. Okay, everyone. So first of all, I'll share with you the basic and prior reason behind the attack via the USA and Israel over the Iran. Okay, so what was the reason? The preventing Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. One reason the United States and Israel gave for the June bombings was that Iran was getting too close to being able to produce a nuclear weapon. So it is the prior reason to prevent Iran as being a nuclear weapon country. So this is the basic reason behind this. But apart from this particular reason, there would be another reason also be there. Okay, but this is gonna to be prior reason. So everyone, first of all, if I just talk about the attack, so these are the reason. These are the reason where USA and Israel attacked over the Iran. Urmia, Karaj, Tehran, Qom, Kermanshah, Isfahan, Iran. Everyone, Iran's capital is the Tehran. First of all, this is the basic thing to know about. Okay, let's move over this particular slide. So US Israel strikes, these are the reason in the Iran. Okay, and the US base hosting aircraft, so these are the reason. Okay, if I just talk about the sign of the stars, so other US base outpost, these are the also they belong to the US bases but are the outpost. So these are the reason you can clearly see over here. So if I just talk about with respect of our examination, which is UPSC, so here it could be asked that Strait of Hormuz lies between in which countries, and like the which type of Gulf and which type of situation and the location. So between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, this is location of the Strait of Hormuz. Everyone, if I just talk about the strait, so what is this basic term meant for the strait? So strait means a particular narrow water body which separated two different land bodies and also the different biggest water bodies. So this is the basic meaning of the strait. Okay, so this is the picture, everyone. I'll continue over this particular slide my discussion in this particular session. So before moving this, I'll talk about the our very first slide. So everyone, this is the leader of the Islamic State of Iran, who is currently no more. Yeah, everyone, you are listening me right. Khamenei. His full name is the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. His time period from 1939 to 2026. Khamenei, the cleric who reshaped Islamic Iran. Actually, before the ruling of the Khamenei, Iran was a modern country. But after coming of the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, so what happened that the Iran gonna to be converted into the Islamic State. So you can understand the basic difference between the religion based country and the democracy based country. As if I just consider about our country as India as a democratic country, but if where the people and its citizens are the prior authority behind the ruling authority. Okay, as if I just talk about to selection of the MPs and MLAs with respect of our state assemblies, and MPs with respect of our Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And everyone, if I just go through the religion country, so it means the religion is the prior motive to dominate over any country. So where the religion come over each and everything, means via behind the ruling there would be the main force would be the our religion. So it is the information, and it is the basic difference with respect of religion and democratic country. So everyone, Khamenei has been dead via the USA Israel's attack over the Iran and main bases where the leader were living there. Okay, so first of all I just talk about this scenario, about this particular section of our article, the 2015 agreement between Iran and world powers. Actually, in the year of 2015, there was the agreement between the Iran and world power was the best chance for Tehran. What is the Tehran? I have already talked about. It is the Iran's capital, to enter the global economic mainstream and rebuild itself. But then Donald Trump entered the scene, and suddenly the US's president, yeah everyone, US's president, if I just talk about the 47th president of USA, which is the Donald Trump, entered the scene, suddenly come into the scene and picture. So in 2018, Mr. Trump in this first term destroyed the agreement and reimposed sanctions on Iran. Ever since, the economic crisis at home has worsened along with tightening repression, which triggered frequent uprisings. It became a perilous cycle for Iranians. So it is the basic fact. So currently the Iranian leader is no more. So this is the morning situation. So this is the basic situation. Okay, so let's move further. Netanyahu says Iran conflict won't be endless war. Limited, let me change the color of this particular marker. Yeah, so limited flights from UAE begin to evacuate stranded travelers. Why the UAE is in the news, why the evacuation is in the news, why the stranded travelers are in the news, everyone. If I just talk about the worldwide conflict situation, so every individual country where the war-like situations are going to happen, but the problem is also for the stranded citizens from the different countries. So that's why this is the going to talk here. So intelligence warns that Iran and its proxies could target the US's bid. Okay, so let's read the article. Israel and the USA pounded Iran on Monday, 2nd of March 2026, in an escalating campaign that US's President Donald Trump said would likely take several weeks. Tehran and its allies hit back across the region and striking Israel and a variety of targets inside Gulf states. Okay, everyone. So these are the situation which is lying over the in between the different countries which are the part of this current scenario, which is the war-like scenario. So Gulf states, including the energy facilities, we are very well about these are Gulf states, these are Gulf countries where the energy securities and the crude oil are also found, and in much more priorities availability of these kind of basic resources in Qatar and the American embassy in Saudi Arabia. So the intensity of the attacks, the killing of Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and the lack of any apparent exit plan. There is no apparent exit plan, everyone. This is the basic matter which is over which we need to concern over it. Okay, and set the stage for a prolonged conflict with the far-reaching consequences. Safe havens in the Middle East, like Dubai, have been incoming fire. Hundreds of the thousands of airlines passengers are stranded around the globe. So this is the very mournful situation that the Dubai have been incoming fire situations are there. Hundreds of the thousands of airline passengers are stranded around the globe. Energy price shot up. This is the basic fact. And USA allies pledged to help stop Iranian missiles and drone. And they talk that USA allies talk that they'll try to stop Iranian missiles and drones, which is hitting the another countries too. So these are the basic line. Okay. Yeah. So everyone, if I just talk about our India, so there are also the another Indian citizens are also lying there who are facing this situation amidst this war. So our Ministry of External Affairs are trying to directly contact with them and another our authorities, our ambassadors who are stranded in Iran and kind of. So they are continuously trying to make them not I must use this word, but yeah, they are trying to consolidating all those citizens. Okay, now guys, I'll talk about, so this situation gonna to be take, there are high chances these situations could be transformed into the World War third situation. If I just talk about World War first, so it was a time period from the 1914 to 1918, total 4 of the year. If I just talk about the World War second, it was a time period from the 39 to 1945, everyone. And now the situation we are talking about, the USA Israel situation. So this, there are no doubts this situation, if there are lack of the proper and strategic steps, so there could be the situation where the World War third could be happen. This is not a good thing to know about, cause lots of resources and the human and there are many casualties and lots of destroyment of the resources could be happen. Okay, now talk about the World War II. Start from the September 1st of 1939, where Germany invaded Poland, and on the 2nd of September 1945, formal surrender of the Japan, where in that situation surrenderation of the Japanese happened. European and May 1945, Germany surrender. Okay, via the side of the European, there was the surrenderation of the Germany. Okay, so over this map we have been talked about earlier. Yeah. Okay, this is also now the picture why I mentioned over here, everyone. If I just talk about the situation like the World War first and the second, this is the picture. If you are going to the particular picture, so you will see that there are multiple women and they are just doing the work. But this is not only doing in a situation where these are looking as they are working, everyone. When the war-like situation happened, so what happened, why these women come into the force as a workforce? So key details regarding women's entry into the workforce. World War First, 1914-1918, due to the labor shortages caused by the men fighting in the war. Men were fighting in that war, so women entered the workforce, particularly in munitions, factories, transportation and the agriculture. Now let's see about the World War II situation, 1939 to 1945. This era marked a massive, rapid shift as around 6 million women joined the workforce in the US alone. Everyone, the 6 million number is the huge number. Okay, about the women workforce enter into the men workforce sections. Okay, so this era marked a massive, rapid shift as around 6 million women joined the workforce in the US alone, taking on roles in defense, industries, aviation and the engineering. Post-war shift, following the both wars, many women were pressured to return to domestic roles. The pressure was over the girls, over the women, that you have to come back to your domestic roles. Now, no need to work outside our houses or outside our domestic scenarios, kind of the domestic pictures. So however, the experience of wartime labor laid the groundwork for increased long-term participation in the workforce and strengthened the push for the women's right. National World War First Museum and Memorial, National WWI Museum and the Memorial. So these are the scenic and the role of the women and location of the women's workforce and the need of the women's workforce. So it was the gist of World War First, Second, and about the current USA Israel's attack over the Iran and the very chaotic situation in the Iran. So I am just hoping so everyone you are getting the gist, and the gist which is actually I want to deliver to you via me. So please stay tuned, do like, share and subscribe my videos. Thank you so much for today.